This edition of Sterling News brings us to the nation's capital. I chatted with Morgan Meadows, a Virginia Commonwealth University alumna who had the experience of a lifetime. Remember this video?
Do overtime every night to make it tomorrow.
Meadows starred alongside the First Lady and former SNL comedian Jay Pharoah. Tune in to find out how this opportunity came about.
There's a wonderful girl named Lauren Davis who graduated from VCU Theater in my graduating class, and she's a great girl, a good friend of mine. And she didn't reach out to us and ask us to audition or anything. She kind of, from the VCU Theater pool of people she knew, threw some materials into a pool for college humor to check out, including Malin's and mine. She said that she used my, website, my resume, my Facebook.
Oh, wow.
So college humor just checked out her materials, and from the group of people they had, picked Malin and mine. So Lauren hooked us up.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. It just goes to show how connected a lot of our VCU alumni are. So it was super cool that she helped us out with that.
Right. When you got the news, what was your first reaction? What was going through your mind?
I kind of wigged out, and I wigged out. I mean, she called me. It was in the evening. I was down here in my living room. She called me and I was like, "Oh, Lauren's calling me. Haven't talked to her in a minute." And was like, "Hey, what's up?" And she said, "Hey, Morgan, what are you doing on Monday?" And I was like, "I'm working." And she's like, "Okay, cool. Do you want to do a college humor sketch with Jay Pharoah from SNL and Michelle Obama?" And then there was a moment of static silence on the phone, and I was like, "What? How?" And she explained to me that she threw a bunch of VCU people into the casting system, and from those I got chosen. And she was and she kind of jokingly was "Oh, but you said you were working," and I was like, "I'll take off." So I was like, "Yeah, sign me up." I think that was on a Thursday or a Friday, and we shot on a Monday.
Wow.
So I was schedule, and then the night before, we got instructions on how to proceed through the White House gates and how to get started, what time our call time was.
Okay.
I still have the call sheet on my phone.
Oh wow.
That was call sheet, Jay Pharoah as himself, First Lady Michelle Obama, Morgan Meadows, Malin Ralphie, and I still have it because it's crazy because I'm on a call sheet with Michelle.
That's cool.
So I still have it. I'm never gonna get rid of it.
I guess what were you more excited about? The fact that you were, it's probably no question. But the fact you were in it with Jay Pharoah, or the fact you were in it with Michelle Obama?
I love Jay Pharoah. I love his work. He's the new up and coming SNL guy. I think he's hilarious. But I was super excited to hear about Michelle.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do, if you're working on a project of that gravity with Michelle in it, it's gonna get exposure. So
for sure.
That was exciting.
Yeah, I think y'all have 4.5 million views.
And that's just on the YouTube College Humor. There's some other Facebook groups that have multi-millions too, multi-million views.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I still can't believe oh no, a lot of people have seen that.
Yeah, so just tell me a little bit about how you got your start in the theater, and have you always had a passion just for acting in general?
Yeah, I've always been really passionate about theater and just the performing arts. I started doing a ton of theater in high school. I did 14 shows in high school and was on the improv team doing choir, and I was yeah, I want to pursue this as a career. So I just auditioned for VCU and got in, and the rest is kind of history. Just doing a lot of shows at VCU, and then the summer after my sophomore year I started doing professional theater, and just kind of haven't stopped. And more recently, the past 2 years, I've got more into film, commercial work, and in 2013 I started working as a voice actor. So I've kind of been really lucky in that I have worked in many and really unique facets of acting, more than just stage, but most of my training's in stage, and I will always love theater, and so that's kind of how it started.
As far as just theater in general, there's always a stigma. Normally it's relatives or family who are all right, why don't you pursue something else, something more stable. So have your family and friends been supportive, or has it been the opposite?
My family and friends are really supportive. My family and friends try to come see all the shows I can do if they're able. My dad told me when I told him I planned on auditioning for theater school, he pretty much told me straight up, he was like, I would tell you that this might not be the most practical choice if I thought that you couldn't do this and be really successful. So like, that's really cool. Like the best answer ever. He's really supportive. Yeah, my friends love what I do. They love to like tell their friends like, hey, my friend's in a show, or like, hey, my friend's commercial just aired, like check it out. They share it on social media and stuff. It's really cool. So yeah, I'm lucky and fortunate to like be super supported. You know, sometimes like the occasional person just in my life, like at work or something, will be like, oh, like how's that working out for you? And I'm like, really well, actually. Yeah, I'm fortunate. Not all actors get to work, or they do later on in life, and it's literally just right place and right time. Like the most talented actor ever can like barely get cast at all, and like, you know, vice versa. So it's like, I think so much of it is like being a nice person and someone that's like a good person to work with, and so one gig will turn into 10 gigs because work begets work. So yeah, I'm really lucky in that way and like super happy about it.
As far as like, you know, obviously the video, the Michelle Obama video blew up. So have you, I guess, what's been the feedback mostly? Has it been mostly positive or kind of in between? Or
Yes, the feedback has been positive, and whatever's not positive, I take with a grain of salt anyway. You could literally put a video of like a bunny eating a flower online and someone would be like, this is stupid! This is so... There's always gonna be... There's people in the world that are negative and ignorant. And so the film I was in was not a bunny eating a flower. It was a very prominent family in the White House. It was literally a political family and in some ways a political like gesture. To someone that, you know, can view it and like see it for what it is, it's an amazing woman in a prominent political family, in a position of power that's saying, pursue your dreams, get an education, and that's what it is to me. And I love that I got to work on that because that's such an important message and it means a lot and it's positive. Naturally, there are people online that are like, you know, can make it negative, but I don't let those people affect me. I personally haven't heard any flack or have anyone be like, you were in that video and I thought it was stupid. No one has ever said that to me. But I, you know how to use Google and can see what some people say online. But it doesn't bother me one bit. I know that it's like an amazing opportunity. I was happy to work on it. I wouldn't have traded it for anything. And I think Michelle Obama's the bomb. I love the Obama family. I'm so glad of any political family, any presidential family, that I get to be in the one with the Obamas.
All right, so what would you say to aspiring theater majors or those who want to get, you know, into the entertainment business? Like, I guess, like, what, if you were to give them a few pointers, what would you say?
Be someone that you'd want to work with. Be yourself and be kind and receptive. Take criticism. Just be someone that you'd want to be around. Because at the end of the day, the biggest decision that's going to be made is going to be based off whether someone wants to be on set with you for 12 hours or in a room with you or working on a show with you for 3 months. So like, just be a good person. Like, be someone that you want to work with. Also, audition for everything. I, a couple years ago, thought that I was only interested in theater. Like, that I'd only do like plays and musicals and that's it. And I'm so glad that I'm starting to do film and commercial work because it's so fun and awesome. And I never would have thought I wanted to do it until I put myself out there. And now I'm like, I want to do it all the time. So audition for everything. Don't say no, just say yes to projects. Hey guys, I'm Morgan Meadows. I'm an actor out of Washington, D.C. If you want to know more about what I'm up to, you can check out my website at www.morganmeadows.org, or you can follow me on Twitter to see what I'm up to and see what I'm working on next. Thanks for watching.